Hi everyone! As you know, you have an author and illustrator study coming up. So with this video, I just wanted to show you an example of one that I created while I was in college, and hopefully this will give you a little more clarification on what is expected for you to turn in. For mine, I did mine over Patricia Polacco, and she writes books that include very diverse and unique characters. So that is definitely one of the reasons why I chose her. So first you want to include a biographical sketch of your author, and you definitely want to make sure to include a picture of them in this. So for mine, I said that she was born in 1944. She did not begin writing her books until she was 41 years old, but by 2013 she had been writing for 28 years, and at the time she was 72 years old. She did not learn to read until she was 14 due to her struggle with dyslexia, but she has always been a gifted artist, and she earned a degree in fine art and received a PhD in art history. Some of her awards included Notable Books Awards, New York Times bestsellers, Sidney Taylor Awards, and Parents' Choice Awards. She had many more than this, and she definitely had more than one of those same awards too. So she's very decorated for an author. Then you want to dive into their background and think about how their personal background has influenced their writing and their works and their illustrations. Polacco, she came from a very diverse family. Her parents were Ukrainian, Russian, and Irish. And it was also, her family was non-traditional in a way because her parents were divorced, number one. And number two, she lived with her grandparents on both sides of her family. When her parents got divorced, both of them moved back into their parents' house. So, her grandparents played a big role in her life. Polacco also was able to recall her Ukrainian grandmother storytelling, and she passed these same stories down to her own children. And she based a lot of her written and illustrated stories on those same stories. Polacco's stories, as I said, they feature a lot of different and unique characters of different racial, ethnic, and other unique backgrounds. And they also feature a lot of interaction between young and old characters. So it's very clear to see where her own background has influenced her writing. Next, you want to dive into what makes your author's works excellent. So, for Polacco, I said that they were so excellent because they all encompassed a timeless, relatable theme and message. And each of her books had the ability to evoke genuine emotion out of the reader. And I also noted that her illustrations perfectly embodied the words on the corresponding page. So then you want to go into why you think that people should read your author's works. For my purpose, for my assignment, was why they should be included in the classroom. If you would rather do this, that's perfectly fine as well. It's whatever you decide would be easier for you. So I said that these books each send a powerful message that students should be exposed to at a young age. By reading her books, students can learn that not everyone is the same and that it is perfectly fine to be unique. They're all wonderful books to use to teach a cross-content lesson with, which is a lesson that covers more than one content area. So a lesson that would cover reading and language arts as well as social studies would be an example of that. So then we're not going to worry about this slide because it does not really relate to your assignment at all. But then what I want you to do is pick out 5 books that your author has written. And I do want you to read them, and on a separate slide for each one, include the name of the book, a picture of the book, and give us a summary of the book. So for my 5 books, I chose Chicken Sunday, The Junkyard Wonders, Mr. Lincoln's Way, My Rotten Red-Headed Older Brother, and The Art of Miss Chew. So, hopefully this has given you a little more insight to what is expected for you to turn in for your author study. If you have any more questions, definitely please let me know, and hopefully I will be able to clear that up for you. Thank you for listening.